Dobre din. It's wonderful to be here with you, and I appreciate that kind introduction, Danilo. Thank you for your leadership of this effort. I'm joined here by Jed Barton, the USAID Mission Director for Ukraine. Jed, you may want to put your hand up so folks can see who you are. I'd like to also recognize Olena Podoleva for her leadership at the Chamber and her support for this program, and also recognize and thank Ms. Senia Lapina for being here from the Ukrainian Parliament and for being such a champion in Ukrainian politics for women and the role of women, and also being an extraordinary anti-corruption leader with whom we've been proud to partner. This effort, Go Women, is particularly important to USAID, and that is why on our end it's led by one of our extraordinary Ukrainian national staff leaders, Natalia Bereshna. Where's Natalia? Natalia, can you put your hand up so folks can see you? Who does an extraordinary job. Natalia does such an extraordinary job that she was recently recognized as the Foreign Service National of the Year across all 9,600 USAID employees in more than 75 countries. So I'm honored to be able to be at a program that she has been so ably leading. I will be brief this afternoon, but I would like you to know that that President Obama, Secretary Clinton, now Secretary Kerry, and so many other leaders in the United States government have tried in a very genuine way over the last 6 years to elevate the role of women and girls in our foreign policy and in our partnerships with the peoples of so many countries all around the world. I had a chance earlier today to tour the Maidan area with Ruslana, and I was inspired by her leadership and strength, passion and conviction, and as I saw the photos outside, I was reminded that we wouldn't be here today talking about the opportunity of a new day and a transition to a more just democratic society if it had not been for the leadership of extraordinary women in all walks of life during what was an extraordinarily difficult time for this country and for many of you. Around the world, I have the chance to visit USAID missions that are working to serve the most vulnerable people, often in societies ranging from Colombia to Africa to India. And we have made a priority for U.S. assistance around the world the effort to end extreme poverty and the goal of building resilient democratic societies. And what we've learned, no matter where we work, is that women and women's leadership plays a unique and essential and critical role no matter where we are. In Colombia, we're supporting a peace process that is bringing to an end 50 years of extraordinary violence, death, and suffering. And that peace process is only going to be successful if rural women have access to land, own the title to their farms, and can gain access to credit, and often they cannot. So we focus on supporting women in that context. In India, we support civil society, and one of the things they aspire to have is justice around the absolutely inexcusable wave of sexual violence that often tears that country and its young people apart. And again, it's women lawyers, women civil society activists, women victims of violence, whom we partner with and support so that their leadership can help transform the culture and the implementation of law in their own country. And in Africa, in too many parts of that continent where people are genuinely of lower income and not able to go to school, or have children who die before they reach the age of 2 or 5 of simple diseases, we know that every dollar of income that women earn is much more likely to result in children going to school, children surviving, and entire communities moving themselves out of poverty than that same dollar of income going to men. So we measure now. We didn't used to do this before, but we measure when we help a family earn more money through one of our projects and programs. It's important to us that most of that extra additional income goes to women, not men, and we measure that because that's what we're trying to achieve. And so as you face extraordinary challenges but also great opportunity here in Ukraine, we are hopeful that this Go Women initiative will help support Ukraine's extraordinary women leaders to take the mantle of fighting corruption and ensuring that the government puts in place the kinds of policies for which this revolution was created. We hope that as you face an economic challenge, all estimates are that the economy will shrink this coming year by a small amount because of the conflict and strife, that women entrepreneurs, women bankers and executives are empowered to invest in other businesses and to grow the economy and create jobs where they're critically needed. And we just came from discussions with the new government. We know that even as they have announced this morning an aspiration to bring peace and stability in particular to communities in the East, that those opportunities will only be realized if women leaders and women in those communities are brought in to help lead a genuine peace process that can help that part of the country avoid the consequences of conflict, violence, and death. So this effort, Go Women, I'm told will advance the dreams of at least 5,000 women here in Ukraine. I suspect that's true. I also hope that those dreams, as they get advanced, will help rebuild the strong economic future this country deserves, put in place the strong constitutional and policy reforms that fight corruption and give people opportunity, and create opportunities for investment and growth in businesses for all of you and for all of us in a shared global economy. Thank you for the chance to be here, and I wish you luck with today's conference.